Grabbing the boards like, I'ma go coast to coast. I'm on beats like do-si-do. They don't wanna go toe to toe. Step into my court, you get put in the post.
Yo, what up, it's your boy JDMC and we're back with another video. What I'm going to be doing today is a different style of video. I'm going to be doing the best NBA player by each height, so it goes from 5'10 till 7'4, I'm pretty sure, and everything in between. Done a video similar to this, if you want to check it out after. I did best players by age. It seemed to do alright, so I thought I'd do a best players by height video. But before we get into it, hit that sub button. We're on the road to 1k. It means a lot. If this is the first time watching me, check out some of my videos, see if you like me, and hit that sub button. If you've seen me before, check that sub button, because this is disgusting. I'm gonna put this on screen here. Boom. Look at that. Look at that. Come on, come on, come on. You guys are just using me, man. You watch my videos, man. You're not even supporting my channel. But I'm just playing. Hit that sub button though. And also let's try get like 12 likes on this video, and I might do another sort of style of video like this depending on how much likes you guys give it. But yeah, let's jump straight into it. Starting off with 5'10. I don't know how to say this guy's name properly, and I'm gonna butcher it, but I'll try. Something Campazzo. Anyway, he's 5'10. He's pretty much sort of only one of the players around that height. Oh, and also what I'm going to do this video is, if it was sort of a hard decision to pick someone, say like I picked blah blah for 6 foot, but I wanted to pick someone else, or I found it like a toss-up, I'll just do an honorable mention. I've picked the person who I think wins that category, that height category, or who's like the best player. But yeah, some of them, there are honorable mentions that I'll mention just because I don't want to leave them out completely. And now moving on to 5'11, we've got DJ Augustine. Not really any honorable mentions. I was actually surprised. I thought there might have been quite a few players under 6 foot, but it seems to be not too many. A lot of them are sort of just, you know, like bench warmers or sort of like rookies who haven't really like proven themselves yet or whatever. But yeah, DJ Augustine holds down the 5'11, and he's the best 5'11 player in the league. Alright, now moving on to the 6 foot club. So for 6 foot, we've got Chris Paul, who I think is the best player. An honorable mention for this one, I will give an honorable mention to Kyle Lowry. I do think that Chris Paul is, yeah, probably the better player in the 6 foot range, but yeah, we'll give an honorable mention to Kyle Lowry. But obviously, yeah, Chris Paul being an all-star this year, and he's got the Suns. It depends when you're watching this video, but as of right now, the Suns are a 2nd seed, so that's actually crazy. Shout out to Chris Paul and also Devin Booker, of course. Moving on to 6'1", I've got Donovan Mitchell. This was probably one of the harder ones in terms of the honorable mentions. Trae Young. I do think that Donovan Mitchell is better than him at the moment. Maybe not individually as like a scorer or whatever, but I just think Donovan Mitchell's like the best player on a #1 seed. Trae Young, the Hawks are doing alright this year, but nothing too great. So yeah, this one goes to Donovan Mitchell for the best 6'1 player in the league. This was also another real hard one. So for 6'2, I've got Damian Lillard, but the honorable mention is Kyrie Irving. I think originally I was going to put Kyrie. I'm a big Lillard fan, so it's always hard. I don't want to be like biased, but I do think that Lillard's having a better season in terms of he does get more opportunity to score the ball and stuff like that, especially with even though Kyrie's had KD out for a while. Right, Damian Lillard hasn't had like Nurk or CJ in like, it feels like the whole season. So we'll give Dame some respect, and yeah, we'll say that Damian Lillard is the best 6'2" player in the league, but I'm not too mad if you want to say that it's Kyrie. Now moving on to 6'3", Steph Curry's the best 6'3" player in the league. I will give an honorable mention to Bradley Beal. He's the leading scorer in the league at the moment, and he's been playing real well. But we're going to have to give this one to Curry. And also, it's quite buzzy. Like, I knew this, but when you sort of put it into perspective, it feels weird that Curry's taller than like Kyrie and Dame. Or is that just me? I think because of how Curry plays, I sort of picture him to be like, you know, 6 foot or like 5'10". Obviously he's not, but like, is that just me? Let me know what you guys think. Does it sound weird that Steph Curry's taller than like Damian Lillard, Kyrie, and sort of players around that height range? But yeah, anyway, Curry's the best player for 6'3". 6'4", this one's weird. Like, I thought there would have been more talent in the 6'4" range, but 6'4" is going to go to D'Angelo Russell. I will give an honorable mention to Victor Oladipo, but yeah, I thought there'd be a higher talent in the 6'4" range, but I guess it sort of makes sense. So yeah, we'll give 6'4" to D'Lo. Moving on to 6'5", we got to give it to James Harden. Honorable mention Zach LaVine, but yeah, James Harden like leading the league in assists. He is yeah, I'm pretty sure he's like the only dude in the league with double-digit assists, or I think Trae Young, Luka, or Joker might, but yeah, anyway, this one goes to James Harden. Shout out to Zach LaVine, first time All-Star, but yeah, we've got to give this one to James Harden. Now moving on to 6'6", we'll give this one to Jaylen Brown. First time All-Star this year, having a great season. The Celtics aren't doing too great in terms of like their record right now. I do think a lot of that is just with injuries and stuff. They haven't had Marcus Smart in a while, but yeah, definitely give 6'6" to Jaylen Brown. And this player isn't playing this year and won't return this year, but I'll give an honorable mention to Klay Thompson. You know, you still got to give my man his respect. respect, but yeah, 6'6" goes to Jaylen Brown. All right, now we're getting into the interesting part. I feel like the 6'7" to sort of like 7 foot range is like where sort of the main top talent players are, or at least like, you know, a certain amount of them. So 6'7", we got to give it to Kawhi Leonard. Yeah, he's probably easily. Oh, I mean, Luka Doncic is an honorable mention, and you could debate that, but I just think that, yeah, at this present moment, Kawhi Leonard's a better player. I think Luka, you know, the stat sheet might allude that he's better, but I think give Luka a few years and he might be better. But yeah, as of right now, Kawhi Leonard holds down the best player for 6'7". Now moving on to 6'8". This one was also a toss-up. I think I have to give it to Paul George though. Paul George is the best player for 6'8", but the honorable mention is Jason Tatum, who I think's right behind him. I think maybe in a year or two, Jason Tatum will be better than Paul George. I think that he has a higher ceiling. Yeah, I feel like Jason Tatum has a higher ceiling than Paul George. I feel like we've seen all that Paul George can do, which is like extremely well. Don't get me wrong, I'm not downplaying how good Paul George is, but sort of me, you're sort of realizing how good Jason Tatum could be, and I think that could be better than Paul George. But as of right now, the best 6'8" player in the league, we'll give it to Paul George. And now moving on to 6'9", LeBron James. I've always known that LeBron's like 6'9", or like I've always been aware of that. But I swear, like when he was in the Heat and like when he first went to the Cavs, I swear he was always listed as 6'8". I swear only these last couple of years he's been listed as 6'9", because I feel like a lot of players' height sort of get messed with, like so they can fit certain sort of positions. Like yeah, I know they downplay some people's height sometimes, or they'll exaggerate it. Like, I think for a while they tried to say Kevin Love was like 6'10" because he was a power forward, but really, like, LeBron's a little bit taller than him, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, LeBron James is the best player in the league, and also for 6'9". Get mad if you don't think LeBron's the best, but come on. 6'10" goes to Kevin Durant, and like I said, I'm pretty sure we all know that Kevin Durant's probably nearly 7 foot, or at least 6'11", but he has been listed as 6'10", so we'll just take it as that. Kevin Durant's the best 6'10" player in the league, and we'll also give an honorable mention to Anthony Davis. That one's pretty close, but I think you've got to give it to KD. Like, it's KD. Now moving on to 6'11", it goes to Giannis Antetokounmpo easily. Back-to-back MVP, Depoy last year. The honorable mention is Nikola Jokic though, which is like he's having a crazy good season. I thought he was 7 foot, but I guess 6'11's close enough. But yeah, 6'11" goes to Giannis as the best player in the league for that height. Alright, so now we're getting on to the big dogs, the 7 foot club. So for the 7 foot, the best player in the league who's 7 foot goes to Joel Embiid. Easily, I think the only honourable mention is like Lauri Markkanen, but I'm not even going to say his name because Joel Embiid is Joel Embiid. He's having an MVP season. At this rate, I think he will be the MVP. I mean, it'd be cool if LeBron gets it. I'm a LeBron fan, but coming to this year, I wasn't expecting LeBron to go for MVP, and yeah, I just think Joel Embiid's having like a career year. So Joel Embiid by far is the best 7 foot player in the league. Now moving on to 7'1", we got to give it to Rudy Gobert. Yeah, I know he gets paid. Doesn't he have like the 3rd biggest contract in NBA history, which is actually crazy. Let me Google something real quick. Rudy Gobert stats. I know there's more to basketball than stats. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a casual. I watch more basketball than a lot of people. But I'm just gonna bring something up. Imagine paying, what was it, like $250 million to get 11 points per game. I know he's averaging 14 points this season, but yeah, I know defense is all defense, but I just feel like if you're going to get that big of a contract, you got to be killing it on both sides of the court. Like, he is probably the best defensive player in the league, but gosh damn, man, that still blows my mind to this day, and I feel you on that one, Shaq. But I'm not trying to discredit him. Still a great player, holding down the 1st seed at the moment. So yeah, best 7'1" player is Rudy Gobert, and the best 7'2" player goes to my man Bol Bol. There's really no one else. Like Luke Cornett is an honorable mention. I don't even know who that is. I don't know if that makes me a casual or not. Never heard of that guy before, but 7'2" goes to Bol Bol. And now moving on to the last 3. So these players have no honorable mentions. So I'm guessing they're the 3 tallest players in the league. Yeah, true. Oh, that sounds weird. But yeah, anyway, 7'3", and the 3rd tallest player in the league goes to Kristaps Porzingis, which is crazy. I didn't realize Kristaps was. I knew Kristaps was like 7 foot plus, but I didn't realize he was 7'3". I think I did know that, but I sort of would have guessed he was like 7'1", maybe 7'2", which is close enough. But damn, 7'3" for Kristaps. And yeah, he's the only one, so he's the best player in that height range. Now moving on to 7'4", and the 2nd tallest player in the league is Boban. He's a crowd favorite, even if you're not a Dallas fan, or even if you've never been a fan of a team he's been on. been on, you still love him. I think I was back in the day, well not back in the day, but a few years ago when he had that chemistry of Tobias Harris on the Clippers. I think from that point on we've all sort of fallen in love with Boban, so shout out to Boban, Ukraine! Now moving on to the tallest player in the league, the man amongst children, the best player in the league, Taco Fall, 7'5". Okay, he's not the best player in the league, but come on. Taco Fall, as well with Boban. I think Boban's got more personality, but we all love Taco Fall. I mean, like, look at him. Look at him. I'll put him on screen. Just look at him. We love Taco Fall. We could have see him getting some more playing time, but I understand, you know, he might not be fully like ready to play, you know, like 10-20 minutes a game. But yeah, Taco Fall's the best player in the league for 7'5". He's also the only player in the league who's 7'5", and he's also the tallest player in the league. So round of applause for Taco Fall. Yeah, that's it for that video. Please leave a like if you enjoyed it, and I might do some more videos sort of this style, like sort of categories or whatnot. Leave a comment down below if you have any ideas, and I might do it. And also hit that sub button. We're on the road to 1K. We've been killing it lately, and if you know, you follow me and if you subscribe to me, I appreciate that so much. Like, genuinely, like, I love making these videos, and the support just helps. So yeah, thank you guys so much. I'll catch you guys next time. Stay safe and peace.
Grabbing the boards like, I'ma go coast to coast, I'm on beats like Dosey Do. They don't wanna go toe to toe, step into my court, you get put in the poster. We ain't talk to nobody if you ain't with the smoke. Run up on me, watch your ankles get broke. Spirit get him in and kick it back with the ghost. A lot of people talk but ain't doing the most. I'm a kook as shit like who you? I don't think that we neutral, can't control myself, I'm breaking free like JDMC.